Well, Ron Frazier is still setting attendance records. 6 of the Wizards Hall of Famers on one stage. Thanks, guys. Good evening. That video takes on special meaning tonight because it had its roots around 30 years ago when I was invited to a Hall of Fame banquet meeting. It was there I suggested that inductees be presented with a short video instead of a long speech. And now, 3 decades later, that suggestion comes full circle with my own video. Thank you, President Mike Ward, Executive Director John Ruth and the committee, and the University of Miami Sports Hall of Fame and Museum for selecting me to the class of 2024. I also want to thank Hall of Fame leadership with whom I've enjoyed decades-long friendships. Chris Ball, Wally DeMarco, Ed Golden, Ken Lancaster, Holmes Braddock, John Ruth, Mark Drobiars, and Mo Pirro. Everyone here, please know that being on stage tonight takes me completely out of my comfort zone. I'm usually the guy who helps put on award dinners, not the one who speaks at them. Congratulations to my fellow inductees. It's an honor to be in the class of 2024 with you. In our alumni programs and M Club work, my colleague Jessica Green and I have what we think is the proper perspective to take in our work with our former players. We're the frame, they're the picture. For it was you who competed and coached at the highest level. You are the stars, and I am honored just to be in your company. 2 men are responsible mostly for my being on this stage. The first is Ron Frazier, and out of all the people he could have picked to work with, he chose me. Ron changed my life in 1980, offering me the job as college baseball's first ever marketing and promotions director. At the Light, we featured good, clean, G-rated family entertainment. Well, maybe we strayed from that a time or two. I do remember bathing suit day, when our sugarcane Batgirls wore what some would say were revealing swimsuits. It was college baseball's first promotion with a cover charge and 2-drink minimum. At any other school, a $10,000 money scramble, used car giveaway, or mascot wedding would be the promotional highlight of the season. Around here, we called that Tuesday. We packed the ballpark, we had a lot of fun, and we led the nation in attendance for 7 straight seasons. I'm honored this evening to have Coach Frazier's son-in-law here tonight. Thank you, Peter Kraut, for being here tonight. And I must say thank you to Judge John Gale for attending tonight. John was just the best of friends to Coach Frazier and this University of Miami and did so much. John, thank you for being here. While I stayed close friends with Ron and Karen Frazier, other challenges called on me before I came back to the U. And my return came at just the right time for Miami and for me. In January of 2013, only 5 months after I came back, Ron Frazier passed away. President Donna Shalala asked me to take the lead on behalf of the university in honoring and remembering Ron. Shortly after his passing, we produced an incredible 2-hour celebration of life that featured Tommy Lasorda and Hurricanes royalty and Jim Morris, Howard Schnellenberger, Jimmy Johnson, Skip Bertman, John Ruth, and Jay Rokeach. And for part 2 of the university's commitment, I was proud to lead the Ron Frazier Statue Project. 2 years later, we revealed the amazingly lifelike statue of the Wizard of College Baseball outside the ballpark he built at the university he loved. Paul Damari is the second key man in my career. A dozen years ago, Paul paved the way for me to return to the U, and ours became one of the defining friendships of my life. You can learn a lot from a man when you share dozens of dinners and watch hundreds of University of Miami baseball and football games together. And Paul and I had a lot of laughs before he passed 16 months ago. Working with Ron and learning from Paul was like watching Picasso paint and Sinatra sing. And I had the best seat in the house. Ron gave me my start and Paul gave me a second chance. They both proved that one person can make a difference. And they taught me that no one ever made a difference by being like everyone else. I loved Ron Frazier and Paul Damari. I can only hope my work has justified their faith and confidence in me. Save me a seat at your table, guys, and I'll see you on down the road. I am grateful my brother Todd can be here. You are the best parts of our beloved mother and father who gave us a great life growing up in Chicago. I had a choice after finishing junior college, go to a state school or go in a different direction. A trip to South Florida over semester break in January of 1973 made that decision for me. When I saw the University of Miami for the first time, it was over. You had me at hello. I took a break from school to work full-time as a sports writer, save enough money to hopefully be able to attend Miami. Thankfully, Suntan U had only 2 admission requirements in 1975. You had to have a heartbeat, and you had to have a checkbook. The rest is history, and I've been blessed along the way by a great group who have become brothers. J. Roe Keach, Norm Parsons, Rich Dalrymple, John Ruth, Y.A. Teitelbaum, Tim Schaefer, Aaron Gober, Stan Germain, John Gambinski, Don Bailey, and Vinny Scavo, who at last year's banquet predicted my induction at this year's banquet. Time does not permit me to brag on the prominent place each of you occupies in my life. You already know how much you guys mean to me. To my work colleague, Jessica Green, and her husband, Michael, thank you for hosting our game day and special events team at your table. Myrna Schneider, Sabrina Beyer, Monica Bastillo, and Mo Pirro. You make game days and special events for our former players the very best they can be. Special recognition for Jessica Green. We have worked together for more than 8 years, during which time you have brought 2 beautiful children into this world, and somehow not missed a beat in the office or with our growing workload. Working moms rock, and for you, I am abundantly blessed and will always be grateful. And thanks to Dan Radakovich, I hope I never work a day here where you're not our athletics director. With support from campus and leadership from Dan and head football coach Mario Cristobal, we truly have the chance to be great again. To my athletic department colleagues, it's an honor to work with you. My hope is that you find your work as challenging and rewarding to you as mine is to me. I learned a long time ago that you don't have to work at the U, but if you're lucky, you get to work for the U. I am proud to tell people that I work at Miami and with the former players. That's what keeps me here. I hope one day some of my colleagues will be standing on this stage. If I can do it, you can do it. To those who have bought tables and tickets to be here tonight on my behalf, including campus leadership in Rudy Fernandez, Pat Whiteley, and Dan Radakovich, and Hurricanes alumni from football, baseball, tennis, basketball, and Sugar Canes, know how much I appreciate you. A little of you goes into the Hall of Fame with me. And while it's not over, I've had a good run, and a long run. I've worked for 4 of UM's 6 presidents. And next year, when the university starts its 100-year centennial, that will mark my 50th year of association with the U. The best days I've had right here. They tell me I am Hall of Fame inductee number 363. That's way higher than my GPA. I guess if you hang around long enough, they give you an award. I'm just an ordinary guy who's been blessed to work with exceptional colleagues for an extraordinary institution, our University of Miami. To get an award for work that becomes part of your DNA, and to know that work has meant something to someone, what a gift tonight is. And to receive a degree from the U and get to go to work here not once but twice, that alone would have been enough reward for my life. But then in 2013, I was tapped for Iron Arrow, the highest honor attained at the University of Miami. I never saw that coming. And now this. Tonight is more than I could have ever thought possible and more than I could ever ask for. Thank you, Hall of Fame. I've had a front row seat to a half-century of Hurricanes history. I've learned a lot, and I hope I gave a little back. May God bless the University of Miami, its athletics department, former players, and its Sports Hall of Fame and Museum. Thank you. Go Canes.